Hi Evan, just going to make a little video here of some updates on your mini Moog. So I've got your VCF card working like it's supposed to, and it actually just turned out to all be calibration referencing. And the reason I believe it was so far out is because when your oscillator board was loose in these socket connectors, there's actually some lines on this card that responds to voltage sensing of your power supply. And so if those aren't mating correctly, it can actually affect voltages of other cards. And I think some of these cards just weren't getting the right voltage. So they were trying to be calibrated, but they wouldn't go into spec because of the voltage sensing lines not really being referenced correctly. So anyways, did a full calibration on it. And as you can hear, and something else I've been playing with here too, you can see this really nasty wire. I plugged into the oscillators from the bender, and so now what you can do, you can actually bend notes. Anyways, you can kind of hear how that works. But just to show you right quick, also when I rewired your CV input, I fixed it where the actual filter will track from external CV. And just to give you an example of that, we'll set this thing up with a 440 Hertz. Let me pin down a note here. So you kind of hear it there. Turn that off. So as you can hear, so anyways, you can hear your filter tracking. So that's all working correctly now, and now I'm just going to show you the response of this actual filter. So we'll go here, we'll pin down a note. So first of all, and you can see your oscillator range here now is within 6 and 7, between 6 and 8, I'm sorry. So about 7, you can have things start regenerating or self-oscillating. So it's working like it's supposed to now. Something else, I'll just show you just the harmonics when you feed the oscillators into the filter. Go back here. And the oscillators even track really good within octave shifts of your MIDI controller. So as you can see, this little card I built is working great for response within octaves. So it's working great. going to hit your decay switch here. One thing I am going to look into, you still got a pop whenever you hit a note, and you're probably hearing this in the video. I think there's something still wrong with your control generator flip-flops, which is a circuit that's it's basically two transistors that are on in a state, and then when you hit a key it flips and it triggers your envelopes. And I think some of those might be a little noisy, or it could be that I need to add a capacitor based off revisions that need to be made in the board. So I'm going to play with that still a little bit. But besides that, I'm very happy with the way this thing's working. I'm going to go and do some preventive maintenance for you. There's a lot of parts on this thing that are just, on the verge of, going bad, just because of the age. Very unpredictable lifespan here. So I'm just going to go and take care of the things that need to be taken care of to make sure this thing doesn't give you any more problems. Something else I'm going to do too, I know we kind of talked about your not really worrying about your keyboard as much. I am going to go and pull your keyboard because you got a note it's just about to fall off, and I'm going to have to inspect that for you. But your key bushings all feel pretty good. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to shoot you some silicone grease back into your bushings, and that should soften them back up for you. They don't feel like they're bad. They just feel like they're dry. And so I'll shoot you some silicone grease back in there, and just go and freshen up your keyboard while I'm in it. But anyways, once again, Evan, really do appreciate this. Appreciate you letting me work on this thing for you. And I'll have more updates for you soon. Take care.